Hey everybody, this is Arturo. This is a new video. I wanted to do a piece of Magneto, a reinterpretation of the character. He is one of my favorite characters from X-Men. I mean, the other is Wolverine, and I did a piece inspired by the work of Sideshow Collectibles and all those other companies that make those great collectible statues. They're really inspiring to me, and they're really impressive. I like them a lot. I don't have any in my in my hand. I mean, I don't collect any of those things. They're too expensive for me right now. But it doesn't mean I can't be inspired by them. So I wanted to do a piece of a reinterpretation of Magneto, but not completely. I mean, it's just a little redesign of the time period, I guess, and the armor. Even though the armor in and of itself is inspired by this period, I think. I mean, I wanted to see Magneto in medieval armor. And if you look at the character by itself, the helmet that he wears, and the different greaves and shin guards and things like that, it's very reminiscent to medieval armor. So I wanted to focus something like that. You know, I wanted to create an exaggeration of that, and I wanted to imagine the character in a medieval time. So what would he do? How would his armor look? And I was kind of inspired by, I wanted to give it like thick, metally armor, you know, like very thick armor. Not necessarily practical, but the guy can control metal, so it's pliable to him if he needs it to be. Okay? And I also wanted to give him a scar on his face in the shape of an X, since the character grew up with a lot of abuse in his life, especially in his early childhood. So I wanted to transport that to that time and age, because abuse and was more rampant in that time, if you ask me. So I mean, it's rampant all the time. That's the problem. So I gave him that medieval haircut. It's a bit goofy, but you know, I guess it was in vogue at the time. Drew the hand, but I had to redraw it. I had to adjust it. I didn't like how it came out. I like how the helmet came out a lot. I mean, it was cool. For the hand, I took some photo reference using the computer on the camera on my computer, and I used that to create this new hand, which works a lot better. Trying to figure out the color palette. I mean, it works on the comic book character for Magneto to have the red and the purple, and I've seen other combinations for him. I don't keep up to date with comic books. I know that sometimes he wears either like a white suit. I've seen them from time to time, or deep purple or different shades of purple with little highlights here and there. But I wanted to keep the purple. It's more regal. It's more of the time, I think. I mean, red would have worked, but I mean, I like the result that I came up with. Right now it's a bit dark, and I'm tweaking here and there with the results. It was a lot of exploration to arrive at something I was happy with. Simple metal texture. I mean, I didn't really want to spend a lot of time working on this. Took a little under 2 hours to do the whole thing. I mean, recording time, but I also did some rough sketch explorations of this concept a while ago, like in October or something like that. I didn't know if I wanted to go with a very manga type of shading, but I did this sort of shading with the Wolverine piece, and I like how that came out. I mean, like I didn't take a lot of time with that one either, but just focus on the big bits. His armor, especially on his legs, you could see that like those straps of metal. I wanted to be inspired by those metal cages that they used to have in medieval times, so that he would have been put in one of those as he was being held captive for being a mutant, for being different, or whatever the angle would be in those times, or for being a peasant or a lowborn, or it doesn't have to be that complicated. And he warped the shape of the metal cage to become his armor, and I liked that concept. I was like, yeah, that works, that'll work, that'll do it. And if this was a statue, that's what the base of the statue would be. You would have either him floating there or standing there, but at the bottom would be like a warped residue of the statue, of the previous statue. He didn't use all the metal, but to give you an idea of where he came from. I knew from the beginning that I wanted the two colors for the rim light, the blue and the red. These were set to overlay or color dodge, one of those two. And because I investigated, I looked up on Google, and I was like, what colors, or how do magnetic waves show in the spectrum? And like they had blue and red lines, so I was like, yeah, I'm going with that. I gave him the wide eyes, reminiscent to the Jim Lee cover for X-Men #1, I think it is. That is an iconic view of the character, which is really cool. I like it a lot. Even the Wolverine, I gave him the wide eyes, because that's how they look like in the comic books and in the video games. And like I said, this is one of my favorite characters of all time. Like, if I had a super power or something like that, being able to control metal is really cool. I mean, I think. I liked how the effect of the magnetism came out. I used these impressionist brushes that I have from Kyle Brush, and I also set the mask. I drew the mask with that brush, so it works well. I was inspired by the Jack Kirby crackle, that sort of effect. That's what I wanted to go with, something very old school. Anyway, this video is almost done. I'm very happy with the result. I mean, it is what it is. I hope you guys like it. I don't know if I would redesign another character or take another stab at one. I like Gambit a lot. He's cool. From what I remember, like I said, I don't keep up with the comic books, but from the 90s, that's when I got into the X-Men a long time ago. Little tweaks here and there. Final details. And this is the final piece. Hope you like it. I like it a lot. Here he is with the helmet. I'm supreme. I got that from the video game. Anyways, here are more videos that I've made. Subscribe to the channel if you like it, like the video. Leave a comment if you want. And stay tuned for more. Hope to publish a new video soon. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.